Hey everybody, MotoPoet59 here. A few weeks ago, the City Council in San Antonio, Texas, of all places, made referring to the COVID-19 as the Chinese flu hate speech. I was going to do a piece on that back then, but I wrote a little blurb about it on Facebook and didn't get into it. But today I noticed that the redoubtable Kamala Harris has said that saying Wuhan Flu, using the term Wuhan Flu, is anti-Asian. I remember a while back at one of President Trump's press conferences where he referred to it as the Chinese flu, and one of the reporters said, why are you calling it the Chinese flu? And he said, because it originated in China. But he was deemed a racist for saying that, as he was when he put the travel ban on travel to and from China. In the very beginning of this, he was called a racist and a xenophobe, and a couple of weeks later, until this very day, they're saying that he didn't act quickly enough. As far as the Wuhan flu being anti-Asian and the Chinese flu being hate speech, or the Kung flu, or any of that, that is what the First Amendment protects. That's the kind of speech, the exact kind of speech that the First Amendment was written for. It's not there to keep your feelings from being hurt. It's there to protect your speech against a tyrannical government. The government has absolutely no right to tell me or anyone else that I can't say Chinese, China, or any other slur for that matter. It's not there to protect good speech. It's there to protect speech, period. Hate speech is probably one of the things it was written to protect the most. People should be able to voice their opinions, even if they're unpopular, dismissive, or racial. It doesn't matter. The First Amendment there's nothing in there that differentiates one type of speech from another. It just says speech. The liberals have misinterpreted this from the very beginning, as far back as I can remember. I know people, you get in arguments with people and they say they have the right to get in your face, and they don't. That's not what the First Amendment protects. It does not protect you from me. It protects you from the government. Get your heads out of your butts, people. Figure out what the Constitution really says. This last few years, since the Obama administration, the Constitution has just been flushed by so many liberals and the progressives that have hijacked the Democrat Party. I'm animated. I'm pissed about this. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people telling me what I can and can't say. It was almost inconceivable to me that San Antonio was the first city in the United States to do that I heard of. But now this with Kamala Harris, I mean, what's next? We can't say Chinese food anymore, or, Indian food or Thai food. To call this the Chinese flu isn't bagging on China. Not in my opinion, it's not. It's where it originated. If it had originated in Idaho, we'd call it the Idaho flu. Would that be detrimental and depressive to people from Idaho? This is ridiculous. Every time we turn around, the progressives are playing some sort of race card, whatever race that is. Hate speech. They throw this out there because they think it's going to make people feel better. But what's not going to feel good to these people who think this is a good idea is one of these days that limitation of speech is going to be aimed at them. It's going to be aimed at them. It's going to be aimed at you if you're one of the people who think this is a good idea. You're next. That's what the problem with socialism is, and most of America's lack of understanding what it entails. Once that is in effect, no one's safe. Just because you voted for these idiots and you supported them thinking that they were going to do something for you doesn't mean they're going to be on your side. When they tell you to shut up, you'll have to shut up, or you'll go to jail, or you'll get shot. That's the way socialism works. That's the way communism works. I always found it interesting that Hitler, an avowed socialist, hated communists so much. I understand the difference in the ideology, but it's not that far off. My mom used to always say, the only difference between socialism and communism is in communism, if you dissent, you get thrown in the gulag. In socialism, if you dissent, you just get shot. This thing about everything being hate speech and everything being racial and everything being anti-this and anti-that right now is being done to deflect from the real issue, which is that the government ran an experiment on us to see how easy it would be to control us, and they were wildly successful. They know now. Now they know that all they have to do is tell some people that you might get sick, and some people will probably die, and 90% of the population is willing to go hide in their homes and call the police and the government authorities on their neighbors if they don't stay inside. Call them on their friends who own businesses if their friends are still down giving haircuts or trimming dogs. You guys are disgusting. You people who believe that, you're disgusting, and you deserve to live in Venezuela or China. You don't deserve to live in America. You don't. So the next time you decide that something is hate speech, think about that. And I know that for my conservative friends, I know every one of you agree with me. So anyway, that's my take on that. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'm all wet, but I don't think so. Like, share, and subscribe. Click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. And we will talk to you all later in any tone of voice and using any kind of language we want. See ya.